Hey, you know you gotta say it for the podcast.
It's over.
You know what? Them stones, first off, said for the podcast, you know how this thing goes. Either you for it, you phone. If you for it, when you still throw them for it, so you know you heard. Boom!
Real?
You heard? Dang, man, that was, you know. I ain't hear nobody else say real. Where my niggas at?
I don't know, man.
Shout out to the rest of the cast, Nick B, Justin, and Lansky. But we in here today. We're going to record something real quick for y'all. Y'all see we ain't got no no gear on, no clothes on. We looking real raggedy right now. But anyway.
We?
Well, you look good. I look hella raggedy.
You try to like throw the boy in there like that. Don't do that.
You see how we were just singing along with that joint at the end?
Yeah.
Did you actually remember every the way she was gonna do the
runs?
Every
Yeah, because I ain't gonna lie to you. I recently listened to this album within the last month or two.
So why I said that is because when we used to do it back in the day, like it's so easy to follow along to that mug that you don't have to remember it. Like you could just act. It seems like you know it when you don't.
Yeah.
So I thought that's what because that's definitely what I was doing.
Yeah. Man.
I was going off the
when I was trying to when I was losing those pounds, man. This is one of the CDs that I actually had on repeat.
How much you dropped?
Wow, 3-5 of those things.
These days, we doing 2 verses, right, on the song? Mm-hmm. About 2 verses at the most.
Yup.
That nigga had 3 fire verses on that song.
It
didn't seem like
it was long as hell.
Did it seem like it was super long, though?
Not really. When you vibing out of something and like just feeling it, it doesn't, when you having a good time, it goes by fast. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So we was having a good time. It was like a dope experience. So I feel like the time went by fast on the actual song. All 3 verses were by dope because they was all 16s.
And all of them fire.
That's what I'm saying. What made you pick that? I don't get it.
Because we're going to talk about Drake a little bit today. I want to get into because I want to get into your prediction of Certified Lover Boy.
Oh.
What you think and the qualifications to be a certified lover boy.
Oh no, man! I got a few of
them. You got a few qualifications?
Why she?
You know the qualifications?
No.
Why she looking like that?
I don't know, man.
Why she looking like that? What's your prediction on this new CD though? I mean, not CD. This new album coming.
This new album's gonna. I feel like it'll probably be the same. It might be the same vibes as Scorpion.
You think?
I feel like I'm not saying.
What,
I'm not
first
saying the
half
I'm
or
not
second half.
Trying to think, maybe second half. I think it'd probably be a little more singing than rapping on this.
You don't think he's trying to throw us off none?
He's known for doing that. I can see that. So you're trying to say maybe it'll be like an entire rap album. This would be the rap album everybody's calling for.
Well, I didn't even think about it like that, but maybe it probably will.
No, because that's what people are saying. For him, like to be one of the greats or be listed in one of the greats, like he needs a full rap album.
Funk Flex was and Wallow and them was just debating that online. Wallow and Gilly, they were saying in order for him to be one of the best, he has to have a full rap album. But I think
I agree.
Flex said without the pen thing, without that Quentin Miller thing, he would consider him probably number 1 right now.
Yeah, I can agree to that a little bit because if you think about what that whole ghostwriting thing, if you want to, as far as like lyricism and all that stuff, like you will put Jay at the top, right? Just as far as lyrics, being able to be a lyricist and make good songs, Jay-Z is arguably the best.
I think it's Drake.
Best. But I can put Drake at number 2 just because of the reference tracks hit the market.
The only reason why I do that is because as much as like there's this one instance of Quentin Miller, right? For us knowing Quentin Miller wrote for him, maybe The Weeknd wrote a couple songs for him and stuff like that. But we're talking about rapping right now.
Yeah,
he gave him some reference tracks.
Mm-hmm.
But there's many instances of people saying, "No, I've been in the studio with Drake. I seen him put pen to sheet. I've seen him do that."
I get it, yeah.
So you discredit all the dope shit that he done wrote,
right?
And then say he had a few written for him. What about all the other dope shit, like the Lord Knows and
But I think people are like they're over it. I think not you. I think people are overdoing it. Being number 2 is not bad.
No,
it's not bad.
Being number 2 is not bad at all. But being the reason why I can put him at number 1 because I don't hold that ghostwriting thing against him as far as, and I get it. If you want to be the best rapper, you can't have anybody else putting pen to sheet for you. And I think that at all times, though, like a Kanye or a Diddy or something. No, Drake actually, and he pens for other people. That's the crazy thing.
Yeah.
Like this dude happened to have some tracks that he couldn't do nothing with them.
So he was like, I'll rock.
It sound good for me, you know what I mean? And sometimes it's dope like that. It's just even like when he was did 0 to 100.
Mm-hmm.
Then he did that song with Lil Wayne. I can't remember what it was, and he was like, "Keep it real, nigga. You couldn't have made it that." He was talking to Diddy about 0 to 100. He was like, "Keep it real, nigga. Like you couldn't have made it that." Yeah,
I get it. Yeah.
So I don't understand. So that's why I still can put him at number 1 because I would confidently think he wrote most of his shit, especially with the people.
I would think that,
even with when he was in this song, when he was in the studio with Justin Bieber for Right Here.
Yeah, it was dope. Song. It was a dope session.
And Justin said he seen them right there. He seen them like first hum the melodies, and then fill in the words in it. So
yeah, just like this is gonna be an asterisk as far as his resume goes. Like as far as his resume goes, it'll be an asterisk just because of that rap track was leaked and it came out. Because then people they're gonna think that how much stuff did he write or how much stuff didn't he write? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm still holding a grudge of putting him over Wayne, even though he's way better than Wayne. I'm just a Wayne fan. But I'm still holding that grudge, man. Because, again, it's different because Drake was more... He was popping when we was more of an actual adult. We was adulting at that time when Drake hit the market. I grew... You know how, like, you grow up on stuff, it hits you different. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, like, that's why I hold on to Saved by the Bell so dearly. I grew up wanting to be that, wanting to do that. You know what I'm saying? So
somebody just said, and I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We're going to go back to that.
Yeah.
Somebody had just said in a battle rap or something like that, Topanga was everybody's crush. Something like that. He made it into, I was like, damn, you niggas too, y'all fuck with Topanga.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You always hold those childhood dreams dear to you. They more fragile than something like older. Like now, I won't even say Drake. Yeah, I can say Drake now. Like he's dope. Like he changed music, but I don't know why. I don't know why. As far as childhood stuff, like why is that so more dear to you than recent shit? You know what I'm saying? I don't know why.
Can we say like we kind of grew up on Drake too? Because when you think about it, our more what's that called? Prominent year or better years have been off of Drake.
No. Absolutely.
The better years are like the growth in your life has been more.
Me and you is different though. It's different with me and you though.
Why you say that?
Because we discovered Drake.
We did. I mean, did you put me on him?
You remember that, bro?
I remember that.
I'll never forget that, bro.
I remember when we went to the concert. I felt like we were the only one who knew who he was.
I promise you, bro. I feel like we was the only people that knew. Wayne literally said because he was doing
he was doing
and he was like Drake, my man Drizzy Drake, and Drake came out, and it was just like,
and nobody knew who he was, but they were still rocking, but they wasn't rocking like that. And we was hyped. We was like, nigga, that's Drake.
Let's get it. And there, it was just a weird. I ain't gonna say weird, but it was just like kind of a cool moment. You know what I'm saying? That's why we didn't discover Drake. Yeah. We discovered Drake in our camp. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
before like everybody was like heavy on so So Far Gone was out
before any of that drop. Yeah. When he was touring with Wayne, and when he came out to the stage, me and Domo went crazy, bro.
So when I was just, you know what's crazy? I was just talking about that concert there, because every time I make this reference about me always wanting that feeling of just putting the mic out in the crowd and letting everybody just like say my words, I always bring up Wayne. That's the only concert I've been to as far as like hip hop and stuff.
Yeah,
because I just went to R&B not too long ago. But yeah, I went there, and remember when Wayne came out?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you remember it like I do, because I caught the chills.
I saw Wayne 3 times, bro.
So I caught the chills. The nigga came out and just opened his mouth, and the Diamonds was like, and the crowd the fucking Sprint Center erupted. And I was just like, I was in chill. I was like, bro, that
give you chills. Like going to a concert, it gives you chills, bro. Like literally, I think the I ain't gonna say. Well, next to that was when I went to go see Kendrick. I said at Kemper at the Sprint Center.
That had to be crazy.
They ran what's the song? What was the single off Down? Doom 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 doom.
I can't think of it right now. I know what you're talking about.
Be humble.
Be humble. Yeah.
He ran that shit back twice. Like the first time, the crowd sung the whole song. He didn't even like sing any of it, and it was so hype. He was like, run that shit back, and he ran it back and rapped that shit. That gave me chills. I was like, this nigga's cold. Like he didn't have to say one word, bro, and the crowd was on beat and everything.
They said when Designer came out with Atlanta, I got brothers in Atlanta, Panda. Yeah, they said that was the only song he had.
Pretty much.
So when he used to go do the festivals and all that stuff,
right,
he would run that mug 8 times, and people were just as hyped as the first time because they would keep telling him to run it back.
I never seen that before as far as running the song back. In a concert, Kendrick did that. So when now you say that, I can believe it.
Him and 6ix9ine.
Like running it back. Like, that's crazy.
When did you first realize Drake was that joint? Like, we knew who he was, but when did it like, nah, this nigga is the one? When did
So Far Gone, when he read the So Far Gone, the first track, when he was
you thought that early?
Dog, that was different, bro.
I fucked with him.
This is on some truth.
That's my favorite song.
Seems like everything I do, you're used to it. I don't. Whatever, but that shit was
if it come on, I know
bro. That shit was different. Like that whole vibe was different, bro. And then the song that when he remade Say You Will.
Mm-hmm.
Doom 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 doom. What was that line he said? I can see my girlfriend standing to my next girl.
That was your shit, bro.
Come on, it's like
I ain't gonna lie. At that time, I was like, this nigga is overhyping this song. Is that the same way he said? No, that ain't the one. No. That's the one where he said something about Dwayne Wade on there too, right?
I can't remember.
But that next girl saying to my that was hard as fuck.
That song.
You know, he say stuff to make you like, I lived that. But how'd you put that in the rap?
Right.
Just like he said, damn, man, when I'm trying to think of the lyrics, I can't. But when it's on. But look at how I'm placing all my napkins with my cutlery. Like, even though I don't do that shit, he make me want to do that shit though.
Yeah.
Who says cutlery in a rap?
Nobody.
Who says cutlery in a rap? Maybe him and Rick Ross can get away with some shit like that.
Right.
And he makes it sound so like fucking elegant.
Dog, he's a beast, man. It was that, dog. And like I said, So Far Gone was just changed the whole grand scheme of just like music itself, bro. Like, I don't know, just that whole album. It was just that dark. That's what I got into before Black. Before I even started messing with Black, obviously. That's when I got into the dark shit after So Far Gone. I was like, man, this dark shit and talking about like literally heartbreak, like literally the shit that you went through. I was like, that's different, bro.
See, I didn't know I was into dark back then. Once I was listening, because I didn't know how to classify it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was fucking with that. Yeah,
that's crazy.
But I think once I realized it was much later than you realized it. I realized he was that one. And let's keep in mind, he was one of my favorite instantly. But I didn't think he was that one yet. You know what I mean? Like he was gonna be, because it was still Jay-Z, right?
Are you talking about like artist wise or like rapper wise?
Artist, whatever everything in there. Like when you realize he was Michael Jackson, basically that one.
That album, because he did everything on So Far Gone. He
you
rapped and was
singing.
singing.
So Far Gone.
2010, 2008. No, that's 2008, 2009.
I think I realized how dope he was. I know I realized how dope he was then, because the industry at that time wasn't on no rap and singing shit. I mean, you had your Ja Rules and your 50s,
like
but it was still gangster. You know what I mean? It was still a little gangster. So I knew he was tough, but I think I really realized it because I remember catching chills when I heard this, and this might be when y'all hear this, man, nigga, that's weak. But headlines.
Relate to it.
It was headlines.
What line?
I can't really. It's not like I can relate to headlines because I ain't like, but just the song in general, just like, and then the video, it's just like, damn, this nigga.
Yeah.
I think it was headlines when I really realized he was that dude. Like,
for real.
I think it was what?
So 5 years ago, you thought
Headlines is way older than 5 years.
Headlines is on what?
No, Headlines was on like Take Care or something.
I think Headlines. No,
he's not.
Well, I don't think Headlines on Take Care.
Was on Take Care.
Headlines was on Take Care.
And that's his second album?
2011. No, that's his third album. You got Thank You Later.
Well, So Far Gone didn't count as an album at that time. You could count it as an album now. So yeah, his third. I'm going with you, third.
Fireworks album. And then when I really realized it was the next album, Take a Shot.
That's my favorite song on there. I didn't think you
really
Take a Shot.
That was my whole freaking.
Listen, that was my life at the time, right there. Take a Shot. And then, like when that came out, it was one of them ones where you like. He really helped me boost my confidence back up at that time. Like, bitch, I made you.
To it, bro.
Bitch, I made you. Not that I'm on some.
Marvin's Room.
I fucked in Marvin's Room
like,
hard. Like he was the only one that could hate on niggas.
Right. Dirty Mac. He made Dirty Mac cool.
He made it.
Well, even I never Dirty Mac. Did you ever Dirty Mac? Like,
no,
I never Dirty Mac, but it was still cool though. You know what I'm saying? He put in the dope.
In the sense of you want to know why it was cool in the sense of a song, because I can't say I never thought about Dirty Macking before. So he could say like. Cause like I'm not saying like I thought about actually going to the girl in Dirty Mac, but I think in my head like, you messing with this nigga? You know what that nigga out here doing? Like in my head, I didn't thought that shit.
Right.
And I think every dude has. That's why I can relate to this song. Schoolboy Q had, my hating song.
I ain't heard that.
Oh my God, it's dope. I kind of want you to play it now. He talks about like he kind of hating on niggas in the club and shit. It's one of his first songs I ever heard. Mm-hmm. Not just hating on niggas in the club, but he made me realize, like when niggas be wearing them belts and shit, the Gucci belts and shit. He was basically like, nigga, I'm gonna show my shit. I wore this. It cost me $800. You think I ain't about to be showing it up in this store?
No, I mean
not out here. Trying to bag a chick with it.
No, I wouldn't try to bag a chick with it. I just can't wear that stuff, man. At least I gotta have the whole fit, at least more than one thing. Though. If I got a Gucci belt, I'm just throwing this out there. I can't have South Pole jeans on. I can't have jeans for Forever 21.
Now or then? You wouldn't have did it back then?
Back then, yes.
Right, you wasn't thinking about these South Pole jeans. I can't wear a Gucci belt.
No, I didn't know. Now
I wish I would see a picture.
I get older. That's why I've never, to be honest, that's why I've never bought anything designer like that. Never, like Gucci, Louis, or nothing, because I want to be able to I want the whole fit to be kind of expensive, but not loud. I don't want it to be loud. I don't want to be Louis.
I don't want G.
I want it to be subtle. Like I can take some Gucci shoes, Gucci belt, some True Religion jeans, something like, you know what I mean? I want the whole joint to be expensive, but still not loud.
Right. Even the little Gucci shirts that just say Gucci across the thing right there, got red and green right there. They be cool. Loud. I don't like all the
G,
You know why I don't like them joints? Because people throw them on and think they can wear anything with it.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like you could just wear any, just because it say Gucci or and it makes it look dusty. It make it look dusty to me.
I know nothing about fashion. I'm just saying that's just my personal preference. I'm with you. I can't do. I don't know. It is more like you just bought it just to be loud with it rather than be subtle. And I guess that's just my personality. I'm more of a subtle dude, chill. I don't like a lot of attention type deal. But I don't know, man. When we get this money though, I'm most definitely give me one real chain.
Oh yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna get a chain. I am gonna get a watch because I like watches like that. I'm gonna get a watch and but I ain't gonna ice it out like that because I didn't learn as far as the value goes down when you put all the diamonds and stuff in there, but it goes up when you don't. So I'll probably get a few watches, maybe, probably, but I do want some real earrings. That's why I don't wear earrings right now because I don't want them until I get some real ones.
Yeah. That's what I would do. Nothing like too big, but earring, watch, and a chain. Like one, I'm gonna talk about like all of them. Like it'll be real. At least one of my pieces will be real as far as like my watches, chains, and earring. But the chains, almost definitely. If I get some other shit, they're gonna be fake. Like I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
We gonna hold back to Drake because I want to sit here where we gonna in the clubhouse. Yeah. Royce the 5'9". It was Royce the 5'9", Mano, and Lupe Fiasco. Like they should be fired, bro. So Royce didn't understand because he was talking about Chad Ochocinco. Because Chad says he don't spend money on real jewelry. He buy fake jewelry that looks like real jewelry.
Right.
You know what I mean? And Royce was upset. He's like, not really upset with him because he's like, you can do what you want.
Yeah.
But his thing is, why fake it? Why fake an image? And just, you got the money, why buy the real thing? It's like you're trying to be something that you're not or something like that. I forgot exactly what he was saying. But I don't agree only because I commend it more because because they say he was influencing these younger dudes to just buy fake shit like that.
Put your money up.
He was influencing them to buy fake shit. My thing is, I'm not mad at it because you coming out telling people your shit is fake. So these dudes ain't gonna be spending all their money on fake shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? It look you just want the look. Yeah. Basically, which is cool. I'm cool with that. Like if I probably buy some fake shit, but the difference is, and I think where Royce's real argument was, and I could be wrong, is you didn't say it was fake until you were exposed for it being fake.
That's different. Yeah. Okay.
So where I would say my shit ain't that. You know what I'm saying? Even with the stuff that I wear now, I'd be like, nah, that ain't that. Because I was at the speed dating thing, and somebody was like, "Boy, yes, this." I'm like, nah, this ain't that. Nah, this ain't that. This ain't real. It's just costume jewelry, basically. Ain't that what it's called? Costume jewelry,
something like that. But nah, I'm with you though. I'm with you.
But getting back to our hating bag though. Not hating bag, but back to the Drake bag. Because we was talking about being bootsy shit you've done to get a girl. I guess Schoolboy was saying that.
Yeah.
So I don't feel like I can remember ever doing something super bootsy, but this was bootsy in itself how I used to. Like, I guess it was bootsy. You can tell me if it's bootsy or not.
What's up? What you do?
Like, cause you know, I didn't approach women like that.
Same.
I didn't approach women. Brother? But I make sure I'm in their vision. A lot. You know what I'm saying? Make sure I'm in their vision, but act like I'm not paying them no attention. Because I know eventually they're going to, because I'm not paying no attention to them, but everybody else is jumping on them.
Right.
And not saying it worked every time, but most of the time it worked.
A lot of women like that attention for sure. So we're not saying that this is the way to do it, but a lot of women, they do most definitely like attention. But I feel like it's a certain amount. It's a few out there that will peep out the person that's not, flashy or just on their heels like that. That also works. So different methods to pulling something. So
that's as boosty as I've gotten. I guess if that's bootsy.
I'm trying to see. No, that's not bootsy. I'm trying to see if I did anything bootsy. As far as like pulling the chick.
Because I had a homie that I ain't gonna say his name. we pulled up at a gas station one time,
Yeah.
He had a dope ass car, bro. And I went in. He was supposed to come in too, but he stayed at the car with the door open so the girls could see, because there's some 5 girls pulled up. So I just played with his phone a little bit like that. And then when I came out, I said, "Nigga, you boozy as fuck." And he didn't deny that's what he was doing. Yeah.
I don't know. I might have done that in my days, as far as like when somebody's doing something boozy, like pointed out in front of the chicks, like this nigga's he boozy. I probably done something like that, but nothing like crazy. You know what I mean? Where I'm just the person's like, this nigga's really boozy. Like he on some bullshit. He's really trying to like step up my game. I've never done nothing like that. Or even like I said, like we talked about earlier, I never did any dirty macking. Like yo, you shouldn't talk to old boy because he's doing this and he's doing that.
Have you
that's
ever
not even my speed.
thought, like, I'm not saying you thought to tell. Like I said earlier, I didn't think to tell her, but in my head, I'm like,
I'm pretty
I
sure
could
I
if I wanted to, nigga.
Yeah,
but that shit is trash, though. It is trash.
Yeah, no,
like,
it's trash to even think about. Like, I'm pretty sure everybody has those thoughts, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you think or you have thoughts of a lot of shit that you think not gonna say
you shouldn't do. Just like killing somebody. Like, nigga, I'm not a killer, but I didn't thought about like, man, I should just.
Yeah. It happens, bro. So I ain't gonna seriously say like I've never thought of that, but as far as like putting it into play and actually going forth with the ideal, no.
So when people say they don't think about stuff like that, they just be lying. But to jump back a little bit further, because you said something earlier about Wayne being in your top 10, and I'm gonna be jumping back and forth a lot because I'm trying to hit point.
Nori, I can't get Nori out my head.
No, Nori.
I can't. I love you, Nori.
No, Nori will cut you off like when the story is good and like go somewhere else. Like you was done saying what you had to say, and I didn't have nothing else to say to it.
Nori, I know you watch. I know you listen to Say for the podcast, but hey,
stop cutting niggas off,
especially for Pharrell Williams. Don't ever do that again. We got an opportunity with that man.
You got to realize this, Nori. Hopefully you see it. Cut this part so it can. You gotta realize this, Nori. You know these people. So a lot of these stories, I'm not saying you know all the stories. A lot of these stories you do know. We don't know them shits. We be wanting to hear them stories, so we commend you for getting them on the show to talk like that.
But
nigga, let them talk. Please let them talk. We be wanting to hear it. That'll take your show. You already one of the top podcasts. Ain't nothing I can really tell you.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you, nigga. That would make your shit this 10 times, but you probably be the best podcast out, nigga.
Joe Rogan.
Let these niggas talk, bro. Let them get the story out. Respectfully.
I still love the Pharrell interview. I watched all 3 hours of it from top to bottom, bro. I'm sorry, from start to finish. I watched the whole thing. Loved it still. But yeah,
I say that respectfully, brother.
Yeah.
Now cut that out. Make sure that nigga send it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We want to be on the show.
We want to be on the Drink Champs for sure.
Easily.
What's up? Top 10.
Yeah. What's up?
So you know the heavy debate. Then we're gonna go back to Drake. Because you said something about you was mad at Wayne that Drake has to pass him.
Yeah, I know. In I always get mixed up with this. My heart is telling me that Wayne is still like better than Drake. Like that's what my heart wants to say. Like that's my feeling, but my head is just like, nigga, the eye test. Drake is way better than Wayne. I'm talking about if you just want to put career versus career, because like Drake literally hit the ground running, bro. Like and literally changed the game, which Wayne did, which they that's common in both their resumes. That's something they both have in their resumes as far as like I'm not gonna say reconstructing the game, like just shifting the game. They both did that. You know what I'm saying? So, but as far as like, I think Wayne, like as far as like longevity in somebody's career is always something that plays a part and places them wherever they going to be at on a chart or in history. Like Jay-Z, he's considered still one of the best ever and still now because it's longevity. Like, but he's consistent and he's still dope. As far as Wayne, I think his longevity it's kind of diminishing his like accolades a little bit, just a tad.
Damn, you make me want to touch other shit.
You know what I'm saying? Just a tad, because again, you'll get Wayne here and there. Like I said, he made the funeral. What was the mixtape he dropped? I forgot. Sorry, Wayne. What was the mixtape he dropped? And they No Ceilings 3. And that BB King joint was fire. That's what they promoted. But I didn't get another Wayne on that album. I didn't get another Wayne. I didn't get another BB King Wayne on that album. I was pissed a little bit.
So speaking of longevity, which is gonna tie into this BB King thing, because you said Jay-Z's longevity. You were speaking on that. I think the smart thing that Jay-Z does, he pops in and out. He pops in like, nigga, I'm still here. But he don't give you too much. He give you that one verse like, what's free?
He did do that for a little bit. He was doing that. Yeah, you right. You right.
Like, what's free? And just to let you know, I'm still that one. So it makes you talk about him damn near all year, because by the end of the year, you'd be like, best verse of the year. Not saying Jay-Z, but he's in the mention.
I hear you.
I think if Wayne did that with shit like BB King, because he killed that motherfucker. If he just popped in and out instead of giving us a whole project to where we're like, I'm not saying not eventually give us a whole project, but I'm saying like until you get in the right mind state to really give us some quality shit, pop in and out on people. Even if you get back to being the feature king.
Right,
and you featuring like that, and you featuring when you rapping like shit. That.
What's the dudes from what's the dudes from Buffalo?
Griselda.
I heard he was on one of their albums or projects and killed it. That's what Joe and them was saying, but it just like, I don't know, but I understand he's an artist. He lives in the lab. He's a rapper, so he's gonna rap. But just like, I'd rather you just keep some of that shit yourself, bro. And just put out stuff that's actually like good material that we can actually, I'm not gonna say that we can relate to, but just good material, good shit. You know what I'm saying? Not just silly, like, y'all know my term, wasting bars. Like, I don't want to hear none of that. Like, I'd rather him, you know how you just throw shit on your SoundCloud or Dat Piff? I don't want him to do that. Just keep it. Just keep it on the hard drive, bro. Just keep it on the hard drive, and when you got something that's kind of like hidden and you know it's dope, and it ain't like wasting bars type of songs or whatever you want to call it, then release it. But I can't tell an artist not to be an artist. I can't tell an artist not to create. I can't tell an artist like, because you want people to hear what you created. You want people to hear what you got going on. That's his outlet, is to be in the lab and let people hear his shit. But that's just me being a Wayne fan, man, for the longest, bro. Sometimes I just rather him just stop. I ain't gonna lie to you. So that's, if he was more on the feature stuff, pop in and out, like you were saying, to that direction as far as the Jay-Z direction, I wouldn't say that Drake surpassed him. So
it would be more hard to say.
You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie. I tell Jones now. Jones, friend of the podcast, brother for life.
What up, Jonesy?
Too. So boy, yeah, me and him. I think me and Jones on the same kind of. We're on the same tune as far as like Drake's better. It's just he's better.
Yeah, it's to the point. You know, I can liken it to this.
What?
LeBron and Kobe.
What you got for me?
Wayne is Kobe. Drake is LeBron.
Yeah. For you, this is for you. This is no. I know you speaking to me about it, but for you, because I know how much you love Kobe.
Exactly.
I got you.
That's where.
Yeah.
And I was like that with Bron. I knew how great he was, but you ain't better than Kobe.
Right.
But I believe that with all my heart. And this was before he became a Laker. It was the year before he became a Laker. Because I was like, the Pacers is gonna take him out. They didn't take him out.
Yeah.
Because all he had was like Jordan Clarkson, Larry Nance, and all that.
Nobody.
Then after that year, even though the Golden State smoked him, I was like, bro, this nigga the greatest. I don't care what nobody. Well, one of the greatest at that time. But now he's just making himself the greatest to me. It was hard for me to do that. You know what I'm saying? But I can liken Kobe to Wayne because he kept giving us subpar. And then he hit us with the BB Kings on the
Yeah,
that's what so you can liken that to that.
I like how you related that. That's what Kobe did, because you were just sitting there like, Kobe, man, just stop.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't gotta keep hooping, bro. We know who you are, but you can't tell this man that eat, breathe, shit basketball, bro. Like, you can't tell this man don't go out there and keep hooping. Like, that's what he lives for. That's what he was put on the earth for to do, is to hoop, bro, and bring a crowd to the arena and just be an entertainer, bro. That's what he was born to do. So you're not gonna tell that man to stop, and he's earned the accolades and respect to do what the fuck he want to do.
And that's crazy because Drake is LeBron so much.
Right.
When Drake came in the game, he was
different.
He could do everything. LeBron could do everything. He didn't do everything great, but he did everything good and some things great. You know what I mean?
Fact.
He's been Billboard. He's been top of the charts ever since he came out.
Yeah.
LeBron has been top ever since he came out. You know what I'm saying?
One.
And the only person there was few people you can argue him with, like Jay-Z and, Wayne and them like that. Well, people. I'm not even going to say that because people was too scared to give him props like that. Drake at first, because you got your Biggies and your Pops and all of that. Yeah. And it's the same with LeBron when you got your Wilts and you got your Shaqs and your Kobe's and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that I think that's a real good comparison.
That is a great comparison, bro. That's perfect. That's perfect. For real.
For that reason, I don't think a Drake and Wayne versus would be good, but I think it'll be good.
You said what again?
I don't think it'll be good in a battling aspect, but I think it'll be good a Drake and Wayne versus. But I think it'll be good in a cultural this is good. This is good. Like they're great together. I don't want them to battle because first of all, Drake, they would never battle anyway. Drake got too much respect, and that won't show good in a battle. He's not if he see Wayne go over there and play what's a weak verse he may got? A weak song he may got. Wayne.
A weak song that Wayne got?
I'm not calling this weak, but Jump Jiggy. It was dope back then. That's one of my favorite. If he played Jump Jiggy, Drake could play something real light because he don't want to embarrass
him. Yeah,
he don't want to embarrass him. Drake got too much respect for him.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think Wayne, in a battle sense, I think Wayne thinks everything he does is great. So it's not let me put this in some type of meticulous order.
That's kind of like what Pharrell said too. I ain't want to cut you off, but yeah, that's why Pharrell said he would never do a versus because he gonna play shit that he like. He gonna play like punk rock shit. He gonna play NERD shit that out of 1 million viewers that's probably watching, 100,000 might even know who NERD is.
I get that. Yeah. He fuck with that music.
So I think Wayne would do that. Wayne gonna rock out to shit that he actually like. I don't care what y'all want to hear. I'm gonna rock out to what I like.
And we're gonna be sitting there disappointed, like, come on, Wayne.
Yeah.
So I think in a more celebratory fashion, him and Wayne would get together. Drake would be like, hey, let's put these together, and it would be great for the culture. But if they battle, I don't think it would because Wayne just gonna be like,
I mean, I'll be honest with you, bro. Like, it just depends. I'm trying to figure out people who'll be hard to really. Who you think is overrated? They say that couldn't take an L, but really could take an L in verses.
That couldn't take it. They say they already battled?
No, they haven't battled.
You saying that they speaking on right now?
Yeah, like our Wayne's, Drake's, Jay's. Like who is somebody you think like, yo, he could take a L for real? He got a catalog that's crazy, but he could take a L.
Cameron.
Yeah, they are on Cameron like that.
Cameron
could take a L.
Cameron could take a L because they be like, who can Cameron? And no disrespect, I like Cameron.
He could take a L.
He could take a L. He's not. I don't think he got so much because a lot of that shit, even horse and carriage, like you play that right now, it just don't hit the same.
And they was talking about they probably saying he could pull for Dipset and all that, which is true.
And that's New York
crazy.
Niggas though.
Yeah, it is crazy. But if he go against, I don't know, if he wants against another New York rapper, yes, I get it. But if he wants for like win against like a T.I. or something like that, come on, boy, chill.
Yeah.
Chill.
Yeah, I don't see how that's even close. But people will say, no, he can't fuck. Like, shout out Caprice. Chill U podcast, Chill University. He thinks it's because I said the best matchup to me for Cam is Mace.
Yeah.
I said that before Joe Budden and them. I think Mace. He was like, nah, Mace ain't got enough. I think he said that. Don't I'm like, bro, I don't think Cam got as much as y'all think. He got albums, but he don't have. He could pull from Dipset and them. But I'm saying if we going like song for song, and I could be wrong.
And it's 20 songs. People don't think like 20 songs seem like a lot. Like 40 songs, like that's not a lot, bro.
I think people said he can hang with 50.
Cameron?
I don't see it, bro.
Shut the door.
I don't see him.
Shut the door,
with 50. And I fuck with Dipset music more than just Cameron music.
Same.
I fuck with, but you know what Cameron? These little freestyles Cameron be doing. I know that nigga can freestyle like that.
He can rap like that.
Rap. He rap better freestyle than he do on the verse. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I'm not a fan of the character. Sound like computer love, right on the computer love.
Goofy doofy. Yeah, with the goofy.
I'm not a fan of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think he do that on purpose. He's a character, bro.
Yeah.
He's a character.
I like his person. I like him as a person. I like him like, you know, one person 50 Cent can't do nothing with.
Who?
To me, it's Cameron. He can't talk shit with Cameron. It's hard to talk shit to Cameron.
Goofy dude, huh?
Yeah, it's hard. I don't know if you know who Goods is in battle rap, do you?
Yeah, light skin dude.
It's hard to talk. It's hard to beat him in a battle rap. Not that he's the coldest lyrically.
Cocky.
He's just
cocky and arrogant.
He's just neat. He's just neat. Like, what can you say about him? His whole defense, his stage demeanor is just like.
Yeah.
Because he'll say something like, damn, I didn't do my taxes today. Damn, why that bitch call me? Oh, I forgot to feed my cat. This is the type of shit I think about when you niggas up here rap. Like, he'll say shit like that, and it kills your whole thing. It's not that it's super fire, but it's dope to me because it's like he's just so cool. I even told Nick, I was like, Nick, if you battle, it'd be hard to beat you. Because he got that same kind. He remind me of Goods. He has that. It's that aura.
Yeah.
So how did I get there? Who was he saying got that aura?
Cam.
Cam. Yeah. Cam can't, like, I heard him and 50 argue online before, and Cam just shut that nigga down.
For real.
To be like, 50 just couldn't argue with that nigga, bro. You gotta hear that. But Cam just like, I've seen him argue with multiple people, and he be just having his facts in there. Even when he like sitting in an interview, like talking about Mace, even if it's not true, it's hard to know who to believe.
Yeah.
But you gon' believe a nigga like Mace, just like you gon' even if Nick wrong.
Yeah.
You gon' believe him. Like when we argue, when you argue, and when I argue, the way he says shit, you're gonna believe him. But I think Cameron, who you got? Because you said, you asked me who's one of those people that people overrate. I think it is. That he can't be beat?
He can.
I'm saying, you saying.
That's what I'm saying. People that be like, he can't be beat. You can't be Jay. Or you can't be for real. Like, I think Jay can be beat.
I would, it's kind of hard, but I would. They even do that with Buster, too.
Yeah, I kind of get it, but Buster could take an L.
I'm just saying, there's somebody you could take an L to.
Yeah.
And it's just hard to see that with Drake, though.
That's tough. Yeah, Drake, I honestly think that Drake could be beat, bro. Because you can't, most of the people he probably gonna go against, if you play a song, like if you play something that he's on, I don't get it. I'm trying to think how I'm trying to word this. Like Drake playing a song with you on it, the person he's going against is always a trump card. It's gonna be a trump card.
Because he can play that. He can play that. Now you had me feature on this. Remember, it was better than your shit.
It was
better than
he can do that.
He can do that.
He's gonna win every time because most of the people that he's gonna battle, he's probably written for or he's did a hook for.
I gotta retract that statement about Jay-Z, bro. And you're right. Jay-Z probably can't. It's hard to beat Jay-Z. You wanna know why? Because that's another aura thing.
Yeah,
and Jay-Z made niggas start wearing button up, stop wearing jerseys. He's another one. Him and Drake are very meticulous in their moves. They're not as cocky as like a Rick Ross. They're cocky on the inside to where they know all the right things to say to in the battle. Like,
right.
I don't know if you ever seen Jay-Z command a crowd. like actually talk to her. Not even been to a concert. Watching Unplugged and shit.
I've seen
how
Unplugged.
He talks between the sets and shit. How he
I get it.
Commands lash and
I've
shit
seen
like
Unplugged
that.
before.
Jay-Z is like, not only does he have hits and B-sides and C-sides that could be like them ones, he can talk to you and persuade.
Yeah.
Even if he tell you the story of what he was going through at those times, like a lot of people, it's gonna be a little more. He know what to say, when to say it. You know what I mean?
Right,
so you're gonna be like, damn, nah, that beat guy's playing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's kind of so.
He's great. Yeah, he's dope.
If anybody gonna do a versus, it's hard to beat Kanye.
It'll be tough to be. It'd be tough.
That's so I think we just can't mention Kanye, Wayne, and Jay-Z. I mean Kanye, Jay-Z, and Drake.
Drake. Yeah, that'd be. You know what they should do? Like the ultimate versus battle. Like once we get, once life is kind of back to normal a little bit, the ultimate versus will be like a stadium type shit, like a concert where Drake and Jay-Z battle each other, like in a concert kind of vibe. That would be so. It'll sell out wherever.
They might as well stop doing verses after that.
Yeah, that would just shut everything down. That would shut everything down. That I'm trying to think as far as artists alive, including producers. Drake and Jay-Z will be the one. I don't know what word I'm trying to use. Like,
I mean, that's colossal, bro. There's nothing.
There you go. Yeah, it's just nothing that can surpass that matchup. Nothing.
And at a time, it probably would have been Wayne, Jay-Z. At a time,
at a time,
it would have been Wayne, Jay-Z.
Drake and Jay, if they want to shut down some shit, like I think they could shut down the world if that happened.
So
for real.
So you put Drake versus Wayne. Let's just say, because for one like that, they have to truly implement the undercard.
Yeah.
The main event, the co-main event, then.
Yeah.
So you put Kanye versus who, or Wayne, because as much as we talk about Wayne, it's hard to beat Wayne.
Wayne and Kanye be undercard.
If it's going to be Wayne and Kanye, I would want somebody like Drake or somebody who's like another person who's meticulous with what they put, how they putting shit to help him organize it. But
yeah, I'm pretty sure
Wayne is like, nigga, I don't need you.
Nah, I'm pretty sure. It's a few people I think Wayne would probably like listen to if they was all together and it was for this bag and it was for the actual culture. I think he would listen, man, because it would be the biggest. I don't know. I'm not a historian with music and all. I'm not a historian with nothing. But if that was to happen, that'd probably be one of the biggest acts or things that happened in hip hop ever. Ever.
And we didn't went way somewhere.
I know. Yeah. Hopefully the camera still on, Jeff. Is it a battery sign on there? It's about to die or something? Or hot? Okay.
I'm about to show you separation right here. Between Drake and Jay-Z.
Yeah.
You know who I think can beat Jay-Z?
Who?
Beyonce.
Yeah.
I don't think she can beat Drake.
Wow.
I'm not saying Drake can be. I'm just saying I don't think that's just.
I don't know. Beyonce could beat Jay-Z.
I think she probably can get Drake.
Beehive is crazy though.
The Beehive is crazy, but
she could.
She could probably. And I'm just saying if we was to mix it up like that. But I don't know if she could just beat Drake. And I think that shows separation because Drake has those ones that he can, like, oh, you're going to play that little slow jam right there?
Yeah, I got this with Alicia.
Y'all might have forgot about this one. Because we forget about shit like Wildfire, Mr. Wrong, and all that shit like that he wanted. Shit, You Mind that he wrote for Beyonce. I don't know if he wrote that for her, but the way it was structured, the way she was flowing and shit, I said this sound like Drake. Because when I first heard You Mine or whatever it's called, it was before Drake said anything. I was like, this sounds like a Drake record. And then he was on the record.
Yeah. That's dope. That's hella dope.
So I
don't know, man. Okay, I guess last question when we to wrap this segment, this part of it up. Rapper producer combo. Who you think will be tough in the verses?
If you put the rapper and the producer together versus 40, another rapper and producer.
Like 40 and Drake versus...
40 and Drake
versus Dre and... Everybody gonna say Dre and Snoop. But I'm going to... That's tough. Mustard be like an underrated kind of dude. I think Mustard could give. You think Mustard could give Mustard in? Because Mustard could pull from a lot of people though.
Cause I was about to say Just Blaze and Jay, but I don't know how many they really got. And Jay works with a lot of producers. Not a lot, but he got like Guru. He got Blaze. He got Timberland.
Yeah, you right. That I guess that's cheating because I feel like Drake. Like we know
nobody's going to touch Drake and 40 if you were talking about like
just that pairing.
Yeah, and we could be wrong. Somebody let us know.
Let us know if we wrong. Put it in the comments.
Yeah, because like,
who you got smacking 40 and Drake. I can't think of nobody smacking them, bro.
So I think the disrespect on Eminem is, and I'm going back because this is more of a Drake podcast.
Yeah,
has been pretty hard. That's where I was going with when you said how Drake surpassed Wayne.
Yeah.
It made me think about what they're saying about Eminem, how he can't be top 10 and stuff. Like people do Dave Mays. I don't know if this was his complete argument, but he was like, they put him in the culture and put this machine behind him and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But where you have Royce arguing and a lot of people like Just Blaze is like, he loves hip hop.
Yeah.
No, he is a hip hop. You can't just say he's a culture vulture and shit like that.
Yeah.
And then even like you say he had Dre behind him. Yeah. And Snoop said that, nigga, you had Dre behind you too.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's a lot of people who not a lot, but there's people who had Dre behind them who didn't do what Eminem did.
Fact.
There's white people who have come into the culture who haven't obtained the level of success like that Em has.
Yeah, I don't get it. We know what it is. It's because he's white. Let's just call it what it is. They don't want no. I'm gonna say they. I feel like we kind of reluctant to make a white person enter our culture
and be number one. And
I think he's the highest selling rap artist of. It's something I don't know. I gotta look it up. I wish we had our Google. I wish we had our researcher here. He's I don't know. I ain't gonna say he's the top selling. Like he sold the most hip hop records ever or something like that. I'm gonna have to look that shit up. I think he did. It's some kind of stat where he's number one as far as like a album sale or something where he's number one, bro. Like it's up there as far as the ranking and the accomplishment. It's up there, bro.
And I get it, bro. Like if you put somebody like Post Malone up there, like when he was doing White Iverson and all that in this few rap songs, if you had put him up eventually even later on, like 20 years later, you put him up there in top 10, I can hear the argument. Like, hell nah. He can't be top 10 in hip hop because he don't like rap like that. He's not in love with the culture.
Right.
Eminem is in love with the culture. And Detroit holds him up here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they would be if I'm gonna listen to anybody, I'm gonna listen to them because they know the culture or whatever. And the argument was like, he's from Missouri. He's not even from Detroit. And Royce was like, nigga, he's not from Detroit, but nigga, this is where he's from. Basically, nigga, he was raised here. Right. Basically, like he got cultured, not got cultured, but you know, this is where most of
everything he knows and sees. Like he was brought up, he breathed that shit. Like that was the culture he was in.
Right.
Like you said. So, yeah.
So when you try to put people, you're not about to put KRS-One over Eminem, bro.
That's just
you're not doing that. Like that's one thing I don't vibe with. Like, cause just because other people say something like KRS-One was the best freestyler ever. No, he's not. For one, he freestyles simple shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
He's one of the best freestylers because he can freestyle with. But when you say he's just because niggas like kind of created hip hop or something like that. That don't mean they still, you know what I'm saying? Now, LL Cool J, you could put him top 10, but you're not KRS-One, bro.
Nah.
Come on, man.
Nah, the game's evolved, man. That's what's wrong. I guess I don't know who said this. Kendrick, not to go off subject here, but Perk say that a lot about the LeBron and MJ comparison. Like like the old heads, which I get. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to let go of their top, people that they actually saw and grew up on. They don't want to let that shit go. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, the game is evolved. It's okay for somebody to take what they learned, the people who paved the way, evolve it and make it better. It's fine. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, that goes to say what you like when people say like KRS-One or certain like these older rappers or like Big Daddy Kane and all them. I'm not saying like Ghostface. I'm not saying they can't spit, but the game has evolved so much, bro. Like as far as like just the cadence of rapping, the sound,
the words,
the melodies, the words, the analogies, the like metaphors, all that has changed and it evolved hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
to make it better.
I'm better than a lot of them rappers that was then. I'm not even gonna front. We can go in there and do like, you know how simple it is to go, and no disrespect to them, because I rock out to that shit, but we just being real. We can go in there and be like, I went to the store to buy some cake. Niggas said we gotta bake. What? Like we can.
I don't get it. Just like LeBron playing back with Jerry West and them, he was average 80.
It's
just what it is.
Kylie Comedy had posted this thing where this nigga Will Chamberlain had like 53 points, 78 rebounds, 92 assists or something like that. It was something crazy. And I put on there, I was like, yeah, but look who he was playing. And not trying to hate.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But when people try to argue him over somebody like LeBron or something like that, I'm like, look at he running around. These dudes was dribbling with one hand, one in a circle, and he was the biggest dude ever.
Yeah.
It's not his fault he was the biggest dude ever. You know what I mean? Because it's people that was.
I'm with you.
It was people that was big after him who couldn't do what he did.
Facts.
But when I argue LeBron James or something like that, bro, you got to get that to LeBron. You got to get that to Kobe, Jordan.
Like, it's just people hold on again to history, which I get it, because without what took place in the past, we wouldn't be here.
Yeah,
I get it. I totally get it.
But sometimes you got to let that shit go.
And that's the whole go back to the Wayne thing, man. I had to let it go.
I had to let Kobe go.
So man.
I ain't let Kobe go. That's still my favorite player of all time.
But y'all want that thing to overheat.
All right.
That's all. What else you got?
Close it out real quick. Drake, I had this Drake Clubhouse question. You ain't too familiar with Clubhouse because you ain't been in Clubhouse.
But 4 a.m. in the Clubhouse.
Oh, what's happening? Yeah.
Clubhouse Dictionary.
It's coming.
If you want to know. Clubhouse Dictionary.
Thanks for the promo, man. Thanks for the promo.
It ain't out yet, but
February 12th dropping, man.
If you don't know about Clubhouse, wait till 4 a.m. in the Clubhouse drop. You going, hey, bro, hit him up. He's going to explain some shit on there. And if you need like definitions for certain terms and shit that's going on, it's gonna be in this. It's gonna be in this song that's dropping. Hit him up. He's gonna put you on game, man.
Not in a cheesy way either. It's not in a cheesy way. So Drake. So Clubhouse platform is where people could get on there and like air their grievances with somebody. You can talk about anything you want to. Start your own room and talk about anything.
Right.
So, do you think if Clubhouse was out when Story of Adidine came out, that would have been a good platform for Drake to explain blackface? Because he did it over text. Like he wrote a long out text about
IG.
Right, about what it was. Okay. And it's hard to really like get into it. You know, people want to hear bars.
Right.
So instead of hearing, and he don't really do interviews like that.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of doing bars, to me, I'm like, bro, you can't get all that out in music. You would have to, you can't explain yourself like totally in music. That's just to me.
I get it, yeah. I
agree. So I think a room like that, with people being able to question him, like air their grievances with the picture or trying to understand what he's saying, something like that would have helped his case a little bit instead of like the text, like face it with the people who have a problem with it, go face to face, not people who just like want to hear Pusha T win. You know what I mean? Like, not those people, no matter what Drake says, he can't get over this. No, it was a reason for that. Maybe it was a reason for that. I don't know. I wasn't there. But from what he said, I know the reason.
Yeah.
If he could have aired that out on like a platform like Clubhouse, do you think that would have helped them some?
I don't think so, man, because it just people always take stuff and just run with it and want to what am I trying to say? When you run with something, they wanna make their platform bigger. So it's like that they have ulterior motive to it's already drilled in their head like, yo, he did this. I don't care what he talks about. I'm running with this. This is what he is. This is what he did. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying the platform when it helped him out, it would have, but it still would have had people out there or, had that first thought, like he had that black face. He's not with us. Nothing he can do. And again, they've already had the ulterior motive to like use that to be like, yo, only reason I'm not going with that because I want to make this platform bigger. This is what I think. This is what I'm not going to change my mind. But other than that, to answer your question, yes.
People are so scared to change their mind.
I don't know why. I don't know why. And again, I think it's more in this time, like in this climate, just more for just for a like, just for a view. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, but again, it would have helped him. I mean, I think that written statement that he wrote on IG, whatever was floating on social media, helped him or whatever. But for me, man, I don't know, man. I guess once we get to that point, if we was ever caught up in some kind of scandal, I'm kind of one of those like, I guess if it affects my money, I'll go ahead and have like a written statement or talk to my bosses or whatnot. But if it's something that I've done or whatever, and I know the real story behind it, as long as my inner circle know and my employer knows, I'm cool. I don't care what the million people think.
Because you can't change all their minds.
Can't change all their minds. Like people who know you, that really knows you and rock with you, they know what kind of person you are, bro. You know what I'm saying? So what he did, you didn't even ask that question, but what he did as far as like that written statement, I think that was good. Because I feel like I know through his music.
You got the gist of it.
Yeah, through his music, through his interviews, through the endorsements he has, like all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like he's probably a good dude. You know what I'm saying?
I think less for me is the money. Like, it wouldn't, I'm not going to say because your money would bother you if you losing money, but I don't think that would bother me as much as my mental state.
Facts,
if you're affecting my mental state to where the fact that this story is out, and then like the way I'm reacting to my people like you or my wife and all that shit, like if like I'm taking it out on y'all, this has to be addressed because you're affecting my home now.
Yeah, exactly.
Like with this thing. So
if it's affecting,
if it's with the money, I think there's other ways money will come. Especially like I believe I know I didn't do nothing wrong, so it'll come, bro.
If you know you didn't do nothing wrong, like you said, the money will come. And if you cool, like I said, if your inner circle's cool, man, the people you met, your day ones, and you know, are not impacted or affected by it or whatnot, they're not being harmed or anything like that, I'll just keep it to myself. But like I said, if it's impacting his family's getting what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word I'm looking for when the family's getting threatened, shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Then I would do something, you know. But other than that, I don't feel like I'll be one of those guys when we on that level to like really care about what people think. So.
Now know this, listeners. We're speaking from a perspective of this not happening to us. It may be a different story if it happened. We might be. So we're just speaking of our opinion right now. It's just like somebody having an opinion on a snitch. Like you say, you wouldn't do it, but until you're in that situation, your actions may be a little different. Two more points I want to hit, if that's cool. Two more things I want to hit, is cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a question. You get Drake OVO stamp for podcasting, right? He wants to sign the podcast.
Oh, he wants to sign a podcast. Yeah.
He wants to sign us as his very first podcast, right?
Okay.
under OVO brand, or you go under the Joe Budden umbrella. So you got Drake, who deals with music, and his main focus right now is music. He got movies and all that stuff, all types of entertainment. Then now he's getting into podcasting versus Joe Budden, whose sole focus is media, podcast, stuff like that. But you get the big ass OVO brand versus Joe Budden Network, what could be.
I think people, me, I'm going with the Drake OVO. Yeah, people probably like, duh. No, only reason I say no, because if you know what Joe Budden stands for, what he's been through, and what he's trying to accomplish for the just for podcasts in general, in another word, as far as the longevity for podcasters or whatnot, the best move is to go with Joe Budden for the integrity of podcasting. That's the best move.
Good word.
That's the best move for Joe to go with Joe Budden. And again, you have to know what Joe Budden, what he's trying to do. Just for the quick dollar, the quick view, the quick fan base, everything pretty much quick. I'm going with Drizzy just because his impact in the media in general. Drake is just not music. He's like a brand. So that his impact is on a larger scale than music. So I feel like if we was to go under OVO, like we'll just have like so many followers, and all you have to say is I fucking say for podcast.
And then and I'm not picking one because it's hard to pick one. It's hard because it's different variables. Like, because with Drake, like you said, you get that OVO stamp. Then you got to think about it from an aspect that you are the first podcast over. I'm saying we the first podcast. So it's like, it's just like he got Euphoria out. Like, people fuck with that because Drake is attached to a Top Boy. Not just because Drake, but it was also good. The product wasn't sold. Shitty. The product was sold by Drake's name.
Yeah.
But you stayed with the product because of it, how good it was.
Right.
I believe, even though he hasn't dealt with podcasting, we're one of the best podcasts to deal with.
Right.
Because we know how to podcast.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So we're going to bring, like, nigga, just signed us. We'll do everything else.
Yeah, I got you.
As far as podcasts, you can add to us, like, with your production and all the connections you got to productions, all the big studios you can get in and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
But whereas Joe Budden, like you said, the integrity, and we know what he's fighting for. I believe, like I said before, same thing with Charlamagne the God. But I believe Joe Budden is going to be a billionaire. Yeah, I believe Joe Budden is
what he's working for. What he's working for, it's going to pay off in the long run. And he's one of those guys. He's kind of like, how am I trying to say this? He's what is he going to be? You know how we talk about he's going to be one of he's that guy. You know how we talked about as far as rappers, people paving the way. Mm-hmm. He's that guy that's
especially
paving
for
the way
for our culture,
from which we probably not going to understand now. We just gonna see clips of Joe Budden ranting and this and that. How much is it for a fucking stream? We see this, but 20 years from now, bro, he's gonna be like maybe like a gatekeeper or something like that.
Joe Budden,
he's that dude. He's gonna be that dude.
He already is.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like as far as like him being able to get podcasts monetized to like it should be. And where it should be, as far as like, and it's tough because he's gonna go against people like us if we sign OVO who want that quick bag, because we want that quick bag so we can make sure secure, money for our, our family, our future, our our seeds or whatever. So that's why I would rather go OVO now, because again, bro, we're at that age where I'm not worried about 20 years from now. I'm worried about now. I want to secure the bag now because I feel like we are smart enough. If we do or happen to get that bag, we've been through so much and experienced so much and been told so much, like what we should do with that bag. Like, what's the best way to expand that bag, to multiply that bag. So that's why I'm cool with going with the quick bag.
But even if it ain't a bag, just to get on OVO, you gotta.
I would go to broke.
If it ain't a bag, and then like it's like bonuses or something like if you could keep it late. I don't know how that shit goes.
Yeah.
But keep in mind we're saying this if something is offered or whatever. But and we really haven't like chose one. Like, it's like, but I would go to either one, bro. It's like I don't think it's a lose in either one because I think Joe Budden is going to be. I guess you could say, because I don't know a lot of the big heads like that, but I guess you could say like the Jimmy Iovine podcast.
Yeah, he will be.
Like he's going to be like.
He's going to be that, bro.
In our culture, he's going to be that. So that's why it's hard for me to pick like Drake versus Joe, because either way you got a good argument. But if you do need that bag right now, and you don't think, there's another thing that goes into that. Like trying to own our property or not, we can't give you all of that shit. Like it depends on what you're trying to take from us over at OVO.
But I feel like you could do stuff like when you do get your bag or secure your bag. It's like you can and I don't know this. We obviously don't know this, but once you secure that bag and you more comfortable with your family and be able to do certain stuff because you got the bag, that'll allow you to set up to do different shit later. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of what Joe's doing now. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll tell you that nigga before the podcast and shit, he was broke, nigga.
Yeah.
There was podcasts for many years with him and Roy was in that studio, bro, moving from studio to studio, didn't have a home before it was with Parks. Joe was broke, bro. Podcast for nothing. But I think
his broke and our broke a little different. But
I'm saying, but he signed that Spotify deal for certain shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure
to get in there and understand. This is why the side of his argument is so strong because he got in there and infiltrated the system and figured out how things work. He know how. I'm not worried about your money right now.
While getting money though, that's a key point. While getting money,
and what probably wasn't the bag he deserved. But it was enough to keep him there to where he can get, you know what I'm saying? He can. So, I mean, it's different situations for different people. We can't necessarily go in there and, I mean, we still got our job to keep us good or whatever. We can't necessarily go in there and do exactly what Joe Budden did. But we could, if things is right, trust a Joe Budden. Because we know what his fight is. We know what he's fighting for. That's why it's like, as much as it is like Drake OVO, this is Joe Budden, the podcast. The podcast of podcasters to me. To us. To us.
I ain't gonna lie.
And then, but this is Drake. That's just Drake. That's like
the
OVO.
biggest artist in the world right now. Like the biggest artist, bro.
And this would be a good part to cut right here just to see what other people would think. Like if you know what I mean?
Y'all rolling with, but again, I'm more leaning to the Drake side because again, just like everybody else, bro, I didn't come up struggling or from the struggle, but I don't want to work 8 to 5. Yeah. I'm tired of working.
We enjoy doing this.
Yeah. And I want to get a bag. And like everybody else.
Let's keep this in mind, like, because people say don't do it for the money or do it, just do it for them. We've been doing this it's not, compared to Joe and them, it's not a lot, but we've been, as brokies, we've been doing this for 3+ years. You know what I'm saying?
3+ years.
So you can tell us we're just doing it for the bag.
Facts.
But we would love a bag. You know what I mean?
I think anybody and everybody would love a bag, bro.
And know this for you new listeners. It ain't just me and Titley right here, TJ. It's Nick. It's Drake. Drake.
Drizzy,
see, we got a Drake on our team.
It's gonna happen, bro.
It's me, Justin, Drake. Why I keep calling him Drake? Drizzy, Lansky, and TJ. You know what I mean? We got other people who help out here and there. Shout out Shanae at the Honey Trap Podcast.
Absolutely. We got people that fuck with us.
This is not just us. This is a different podcast for us. It's just us too, but it's more entertaining than this when it comes to our podcast. Even though I think we held it down pretty good.
Yeah, I think we did. I think we did all right, man.
One more question for you on the closeout.
Yeah, let's go. Let's get it.
What you think about this James Harden to the net?
I like it. I actually like it. I think the media is just overblowing it. I think they're doing too much. I'm in no basketballs. It's 3 of them. Everybody need the ball, nigga. Everybody been to the park when, like, you know how you go to the park with your homies and you see, like, you could have, like, you want to get all the top niggas on the same team.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You'll automatically, like, kind of, you'll gel. It won't happen overnight. You'll gel. They're basketball players. They've been playing basketball since they were kids, bro. I think people overdo that, like, as far as the media and stuff, because they did that with Harden and Westbrook. Like, it's not enough basketballs on the court to do that. They even did that with Harden and CP3. Like, CP3's ball dominant, Harden's ball dominant. How that's gonna work? They keep saying the same shit, and I don't feel like they don't recognize, like, yo, they basketball players, bro. They're going to modify their games naturally. They're gonna be accustomed to it to change their game up a little bit for the ultimate goal, which is to win the chip, bro. And I don't think they're dumb enough to, like, yo, I'm gonna have the same usage rate, the same shots, the same blah 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 when I was with Houston, and now with 2 other All-Stars. Like, they know that, bro.
Mm-hmm.
They know that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they're gonna be ball hoes or anything like that. But I guess to answer your question specifically, like directly answer your question, I think they're gonna be straight. They're gonna be fine. I do see them coming out the East. I think the whole Kyrie thing, I think that was all set up. So
what Kyrie?
As far as Kyrie doing what he's doing, while they were trying to get Harden, I think he was doing that on purpose so people wouldn't ask for him as an asset in the trade. Because why would you want to dismantle Kyrie? Like, I think
that makes sense. You don't want to take on that.
I think it was a setup, literally.
I never even thought about that.
I think it was a setup. I literally think he did that on purpose.
So
I was saying, I think Kyrie is Kyrie. Like, some of the shit he was doing, he did it. You know what I'm saying? But I think he put a little oomph into it.
Nah, I never thought about it like that. That's a good point. That's a real good point. You came up with that on your own, or you put some of your basketball niggas?
Man, I ain't gonna.
I
got reliable. So
it's more than safe to say on this podcast that I'm the least athletic, and when it comes to when it comes to basketball, all of them are better than me in the game. But I do think I know a little bit about basketball because I observe basketball.
Yeah.
So what I will say is, got Harden, Durant, Kyrie. Looking at that, it's like, what the fuck? But where I think it fails is, all respect to him, going back to what you said as far as modifying games, I think it fails at Kyrie.
It will.
I think it fails at Kyrie if he's not willing to, because you got to think at the same time, he's from the school of, not to say Kobe. I think Kobe did Kobe well. He knew when to do what and when to do what.
Yeah.
He's learning to be like Kobe. So I think, like, this whole mentality of, I was here first.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's like that. This is me assuming.
Yeah.
I'm going to get the last shot, blah, blah, blah. You got 3 niggas who can take that last shot. I think James Harden and KD can bounce. James Harden the most is the one who can, like, sit back the most. Like,
yeah, I get it. Yeah,
like, you know, humble himself for the, and not saying either one of them are better than him. I think he's more willing to humble himself to make the team gel as well as they can.
Absolutely.
I think it's him first, then it's Durant, then it's Kyrie. As far as, like, who is more willing to fit in.
And I could make it work more.
I'll
go KD. I'll go KD first.
KD and Durant, KD and Harden interchangeable probably.
I'll go KD just because of all the stuff he's been through.
And then just I mean, yeah.
All the stuff he's been through. He's been through this shit with Westbrook for all them years.
So people say you can't say Kyrie can't play with another superstar because he had.
He did.
But he played with a superstar who was willing to give him the ball. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Willing to give him the ball for that last shot. Willing to, like, elevate his growth. Well, I'm not saying they not. But you got to understand, LeBron's IQ was different. He know how much to give you, when to give it to you, or whatever. He knows how to set this whole structure up to to push forward.
Right.
Who on that team has that mindset?
Nobody.
Who? So when you talk,
I'll tell you who, Steve Nash, and not to hard to cut you off, but it's gonna come down to Steve Nash. I'm trying to tell you, as far as if this works or not, coaching.
He's gonna have to coach though.
He's gonna. That's what I'm saying. He's literally gonna have to coach because the person. It just depends on matchups, situation, who's hot, who's not. As far as like, the big question is what the elephant in the room with that team is. Who's gonna take the last shot?
Anybody, either one. If they realize that, whoever has the best matchup at the time, which is likely KD most of the time.
That's what I'm saying. It's 100% KD. But if you think about it, if KD's off that night,
give it to Harden. If he's off, give it to Kyrie.
So it's
Kyrie is hardly ever off. That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. It depends on. It's going to be mostly on coaching because it just depends on the situation. Say KD 2 for 13 that night, and they're down 1. LeBron shoots 3, misses it. KD gets the rebound, 10 seconds left. What you think of KD's going to come down, do his thing, but you've been off all day, KD.
Yeah.
You've been off. And Harden is cooking. It's into coaching to instill that in that time frame. Like, yo, let's make sure we look for Harden.
Does KD have the mind to where if he takes that shot, knowing Harden and them probably had a better matchup, or what? If he takes that shot, does he have the mind that I should have got it to him, or is he? We've heard him say this before. I'm KD.
That's what I'm saying.
I can take that shot. Now, if I made it, what y'all been saying?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. He can, but at the end of the day, that's why they're called a head coach.
You got a head coach that, and they got to be willing. It's all about your coaching.
It's about the coaching.
They even got. Joe Harris can take the last shot because they gonna get him open.
That's what I'm saying.
If you can't win with that team, my nigga, if LeBron beats this team, I don't want to hear no more debate. No more fuck. Oh, he had Anthony Davis.
Stop.
We talk about KD, James Harden, and Kyrie. Oh, you know the excuses they're gonna come in. Oh, they just got together.
Stop. I don't want to hear that.
They're gonna come with so many excuses,
These
bro.
some grown ass men, bro, that been hooping for so long, bro, and they've all been through like similar experiences.
Yeah.
Like the only person that hasn't won a chip, obviously, is James Harden, but Kyrie and KD have probably been through the same struggle, bro. They both champions now. Been in situations where they didn't want to defer to people.
Mm-hmm.
Had to modify the game, had to modify everything to make the shit work. They've been through it. And James Harden, think about it. James Harden, when he played with KD at OKC, their first several years or whatnot, like he wasn't this high usage rate dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's just the last thing we've seen him do for the past, how many years he's been in Houston?
7, 8.
7. So I can understand why people think like, yo, James Harden game it's not gonna be accustomed to passing and moving and da-da-da-da.
They could really bring him off the bench if they want to.
Yeah, they could.
I think he would be willing. I'm not saying go to him with that, but I think he like, if the starting thing ain't working, be like, let's see what it work when I go on the bench. And they don't have to sit all 3 of them down at the same time if they start together. Like 2 can take a break, 1 can run that motherfucker. Like that's crazy.
They all can run. So I'm not just about to let that just breeze by like anyone. Like James Harden, I think he's still willing and capable to be a piece that will be able to move without the ball. It's just not dribble. I feel like
I think James Harden could do it.
I think but Kyrie's a different animal.
Yeah.
We already know he's a little different, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. But as far as if they get his mind right and he's Kyrie Irving, bro, you know what I'm saying? They most definitely should and will win the chip because they got depth, they nice, they got a pure shooter. They
Talk
got
about rest days though, nigga. These niggas is gonna be able to rest. Right. And this is one thing you're not gonna be able to say. KD is better than LeBron. He's not better than LeBron.
He's not.
But I just really don't want to hear it with this team. If he does it with this team, who it's going to hurt the most to me, though, is James Harden. It's going to hurt his fucking, his brain. Bro, I can't win with these. I can't win with nobody. You know what I'm saying? You feel me?
Yeah, I got to. I'm saying, I think this pressure, like when they signed, bro, this is like the most pressure they've ever been in their careers. I think this is the most pressure, bro. Yeah. So I hope they win, so they won't get killed. I'm not for the negativity, because they gonna kill these niggas if they don't win.
I got Indiana coming out the East.
No, you don't. I don't believe you.
All right. On that note, you listeners, we need you to go to YouTube, type in Save It, the number 4. Don't type in THE number. I'm telling you, the actual number 4. Save It, the actual number 4, the podcast. Go subscribe to that and start peeping out some of them videos. We need y'all to like them videos. And you people who already are supporters who are already watching the videos, please like the videos. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and tell a friend. And on that note, throw them clothes when you see it so we know you're.